Episode 174, Raiding the Kingdom, is back after a long hiatus. The title for today is Desperation, because two of the three of us are very desperate and things are not going well. If you guys have any comments while you're watching the show, just type them in the comments below and we'll respond to them as long as they are appropriate. How are we doing, men?
Oh, it's another day, man. I finally kind of know how you feel, like kind of being hopeless right now.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No.
First of all,
not to the same level, but yeah, it's been a rough couple. We haven't been on here, it seems like, in forever.
Yeah.
So there's a lot it's changed. We did, I think we beat you since the time that, and then but we've lost to Nick and we've lost some other games. So things are interesting in the Chiefs' kingdom right now. So we'll see how these next couple weeks go and see if there's still a chance for us to sneak in.
Exactly. Nick, you're probably doing pretty good.
I am. Last year was fun, but this is like a sweet spot year where we knew that the team was going to be decent, but you weren't setting like Super Bowl expectations. So we're exceeding expectations still. But next year, I think the expectations are going to be really high. So we're just kind of riding the high right now in the sweet spot here.
I don't know how you guys have won some of your games, but hey, more power to you.
It's kind of like the Chiefs last year. Like they just didn't look that great, and they just kept winning games.
Yeah,
and it's a lot more fun on this side of it, but it's very stressful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Nick, why don't we go into your Sunday night game against the Commanders, 27-26. Close win.
Ooh. So, you're never going to complain about a road win on prime time. But if you're going to, this is probably one of them. You're getting a Commanders team, which, to be fair, got back a couple of good players. They got back Terry. But obviously missing their quarterback. Yeah, obviously missing Jaden Daniels, which is huge. But Marcus Mariota kind of did what he does when he's given time. And he's a competent quarterback. It's not like he's, Dylan Gabriel. He's very competent. He's a good player. He's an athlete. That's really what screwed us is he would just on 3rd and 12, we'd have everything covered and we would just forget about him. That's just kind of something we do with running quarterbacks. It's just like they forget that they can run. And I know that's not the case, but it just seems to happen a lot. But no, offense looked okay, sputtered at times, but we're missing J.K. Dobbins bad. I think that's probably going to end up being the detriment of this team. R.J. Harvey looks decent in spurts, but he's just not great between the tackles yet. He's not seeing it real clearly. He can catch the ball with the best of them. I mean, so for a rookie, he's playing decent. Got to get Court more involved, but I think that's just kind of what teams are keying off right now. Just don't let Courtland Sutton get involved, which sucks, but we've got some other playmakers. Let me think. Bo looked pretty good. The one pick to Bobby Wagner was confusing, to say the least.
Bobby Wagner should not be making picks anymore. He's
well,
kind of past
he threw. I mean, he threw it to his chest. I don't know. I don't know if maybe like my only thought process is Bo read the defense, figured out what it was going to be, and then maybe Bobby Wagner like figured out what the play was going to be, so he didn't do his job and he stayed where he knew he needed to be. So Bo just wasn't expecting him there. I honestly have no idea what happened because he threw it right to him. But at the end, you win a primetime game all the way across the country on the road. So it is what it is. Defense stepped back a little bit, but they were kind of due one here soon because they've kind of carried us all season. Overall, you take the win and you move on.
And what's your guys' record now?
10-2.
Jesus Christ.
10-2. I think if we get one more game in the next, what would that be, 5, then we hit my prediction because I had them at 11-6. So looking pretty good on that one.
Here we go. Let's move on to Coach. Cowboys and Chiefs, 31-28. Another close one. Not so great for you.
Yeah, no, Mahomes throws 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, has a little fourth quarter comeback that falls short. Just didn't get it done. Just couldn't stop Pickens and couldn't stop Lamb, and they made more plays than we did. Obviously, that's how you win games. These are games that, like we were talking about, we won last year, and this year we're just not winning. The defense, it seems like, has taken a step back in a sense where I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Chris Jones got old really quickly. George Karlaftis is getting a lot of pressures on the quarterback, but he's not really making sacks. So this offseason draft period, where right now we're looking at, kind of middle of the first round instead of the end, might not necessarily be a bad thing. I'm not completely, putting up the white flag and surrendering on the chance of making the playoffs this year, because Chiefs get in, no one wants to play them, right? But they're just missing some things. They're missing some magic that we've had. Mahomes can't do it all. Rashee Rice being back has been huge. I feel like they can probably go to him more, and that would help. But it's just like I don't know. It's hard. It's kind of hard to watch. We've been spoiled, right? And I can't be really upset, because since Mahomes has been in, we've been our starting quarterback. We've gone to the AFC Championship game every year. We got 3 Super Bowl wins. We've been to 5. So I would sound incredibly petty.
You're due for a bad year at some point.
We're due for a bad year, and those Patriot dynasties had them too, right?
So they're back in it already. So
which is crazy. And my Drake May prediction was correct. So
yes.
But nonetheless, we there's still a chance. We just, it starts this week with Houston, and we have given up all leeway we've had. You look back at the Jacksonville game. They have that game in hand. You're in a better position. You got that game on Jacksonville, even Buffalo. Just games that last year they win, this year they didn't. So it sucks, but we still have Patrick Mahomes, and we still have, Travis Kelce's kind of having a resurgent year. I think
he is looking a lot better this year.
Yeah, and we're not seeing Taylor Swift every 30 seconds, so that's a good thing too. But we're missing an elite running back, a game changer, which Mahomes has never had, other than Kareem Hunt his rookie year. So we'll see what happens, but not all hope's gone. But I am going to be more surprised if we make the playoffs than if we don't. So, we just got to.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, do you think they make it or no? Just
gun to my head. I don't. I think we can win. I think we can win the next 5 games. The offensive line issues with Simmons now being out, Juwan Taylor, which, it is what it is. And then with Trey Smith, that Texans defense with 3 offensive linemen potentially out, it's going to be difficult. And that's always kind of been the thing with the Chiefs. When the Super Bowls that they've lost, it's been an O-line problem. So
yeah,
I don't think we have enough to withstand that. If we can beat Houston, we got I think the Chargers and Tennessee, and then we have a game against the Raiders, which we'll win, and we have to beat you on Christmas. So yeah, could we win the next 5 games? Absolutely. Will we? I don't know if we got enough to do it. I mean, I don't see the Chiefs being under 500, but I could see us being like maybe 10, 10-7 type thing.
Yeah, but that would probably get you in the playoffs if you guys hit that.
Maybe
7 probably would. 9-8 probably wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. So we really essentially have to beat the Chargers. We have to beat you. We have to beat we have to beat everybody. We have to beat everybody to not.
Yes, you need 4 out of 5. Really,
we need 5.
Yeah,
4 out of 5 at minimum. So we'll see what happens. But it's it's just been a lot of sloppy play and just opportunities that we haven't taken advantage of that'll ultimately end up being the difference. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and we'll go into it later, but I think almost the scarier part of that Texans defense is the cornerback duo they have there with Stingley and Lassiter. Like, those two are just on point. So that's going to be something to watch.
Is that in Kansas City? It is, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Are you going to the game, Coach, or you got other stuff going on?
No, I got work, buddy. I got work.
Oh, you got work. All right.
Yeah, Texans it's the Sunday night game, but
Sunday night
prime time. So we'll see.
All right. I'm not going to
Chris
go
Collinsworth. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. I love Patrick Mahomes.
Be a Glizzy fest.
Yeah. So I'll go into my game very briefly. The Raiders are declared as the worst team in the NFL. I just saw the power rankings today, and they were 32 under the Titans, even though we beat the Titans. It's just a dumpster fire. Like we held it against the Chargers for a little bit, ended up losing 14-31. Trash. Yeah. It's just the offense is the problem. The defense is on the field all game long. Max Crosby does his thing. He was all over the place, but you can tell that they're frustrated. Max Crosby got the penalty for pushing Herbert, and then he did his little flop. But that was just a sign of somebody who's usually pretty disciplined. That was a sign of like clear frustration. Geno cannot go a game without throwing a pick.
It's crazy.
They're giving, Genty like single digit carries. It's just it's a mess.
Well, they've probably decided at this point that they'd rather keep him alive than give him carries this year. I mean, that line is just awful.
Oh yeah, so I honestly think we have the worst O-line in the NFL. We fired Chip Kelly. Pete Carroll is just trying to wrestle guys during practice to amp up the crowd. I don't know what it is, but it's everybody has to go. It's another rebuild. It's all it is. I mean, I honestly think we have one of the best running backs, one of the best tight ends, and one of the best defensive ends in the league. But then we're surrounding them with crap, and that's why we are where we are. So if they lose every game this year, it is what it is. We play the Broncos this week. It's not going to go well. But we'll get into that with our season predictions. But I was very optimistic going into the Pete Carroll era, and now it is just garbage, absolute garbage. Us beating the Patriots week 1 was an absolute fluke. So,
well, it's like you beat the Ravens last year too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. And then we lost pretty much every game.
The Raiders always have
that.
one. Yep. They always have one.
Yeah. And now there's stuff going on that Chip Kelly was actually not. Pete Carroll was going over his head and changing the offense, and they were running plays that they never even practiced, and it's just a mess.
Yikes.
So Chip Kelly was the sacrificial lamb, but Pete Carroll's son is the offensive line coordinator, which kind of tells a lot. So yeah.
Nepotism in the NFL. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? Yeah. When Coach, you ask me how I do this every week. It's literally like watching the same game every week. The same stuff. Geno holds onto the ball too long. Genty gets stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. He fights for it.
Like we talked about it. And I know you said there's memes in the Raider fan groups and stuff, but if there's any indication that you're a loyal, good man, just look at your track record with supporting the Raiders. So any ladies out there that are interested, this man is a good man and he is loyal because
I will never leave you.
Yeah, because he's a Raiders fan, so that should tell you enough. Yeah, it's hard to watch. I don't know how you guys do it. Obviously, this is a heavily leaning Raiders podcast. So we're on here for fun, but the fans, it's the product is just it's terrible. It's terrible, and I you got to hope that somehow Brady gets in there and makes some changes. But I also will say this, the caveat. I'm a diehard 38-year-old dude. I'm a diehard Jordan guy. I will,
he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. He'll go out on that. I will go out on that shield no matter what anyone tells me. Jordan was not a good owner, despite being the greatest. And, Brady's the same. So as far as like accolades, he's probably the greatest quarterback ever. One of the best players. As far as, is definitely with championships and how everything goes with that. But, he's got to make some changes, and you got to think he had something to do with Carroll. So who knows what happens with this offseason and where you guys go. If you guys, try and draft Mendoza or Ty Simpson or whatever, who knows? We got a lot to talk about in the offseason because you guys will be active, and who knows what will happen. I wouldn't be shocked if Max Crosby goes somewhere else just to get.
So that was going to be my question, and I know he said he wants to be a Raider, and I actually believe him. But at some point, you think he probably changes his mind on that, right?
I mean, imagine if
he's going to want to compete at some point.
Imagine if he goes to the Steelers and goes on the opposite side of TJ Watt, or he goes to the Lions and opposite AJ Hutchinson. Like, they would be unstoppable. Oh, we got a comment here. Coach, you might recognize this user right here. The Raiders might have to stand aside for the Steelers, who are doing their best to take over the NFL basement. John Danaher.
There we go.
There you go. Avid listener. The Steelers are not in the same dumpster fire as the Raiders. I think they have a lot more pieces in place that can compete, and the Raiders just they can't put it together. So if Max Crosby leaves on, it's kind of like Khalil Mack. I wouldn't blame him. It would be a detriment to the fan base, but I don't think the owner really cares. Like if he's going to get 2 first-round picks for him, he might do it. But Max is probably he is my favorite Raider since Khalil Mack, so that would be devastating for him to leave. 100%.
Yeah.
Now, Coach, before we go to our Week 14 predictions, do you have any words from our sponsors?
From our sponsors, yes. I haven't done this in a while. Okay,
I know you're a little rusty.
I'm a little rusty, man. It's it's repetition, and with that repetition, you can repetate. I just made that word up and bet with Underdog. Promo code RTK. Spend $100, get $100. It's free money. We all bet. We're all into it. Sports betting became legal in Missouri here recently, which is awesome. But Missouri. Underdog is not part of that. So we need to make that happen. Underdog, let's talk to state legislators. Let's get you in. Because we want to be able to use you here in Missouri, not just for the daily fantasy, but for other betting stuff that we can do, like the actual games. So, but we've been with Underdog the last 4 years, and they've been great. They're easy to work with. They're easy to do. It's jump on it. RTK promo code and help us help you. Send us your username or whatever. When it comes to RTK, we'll send you a hat. So thank you. Help us help you. And and then for SeatGeek, I've done this every time. $20 is $20. That's a bumper sticker you see all over the place. Get yourself essentially a free beer because tickets now are ridiculous and service charges and all that, but that $20 goes towards something. So use that to your benefit. Promo code RTK, make 100 different emails if you want. Make it funny, whatever it is. Actually, whoever sends the funniest email can also get a hat too if they use that to sign up for SeatGeek. So let us know and spread the word. Promo code RTK.
Beautiful. Now, Week 14 predictions. I haven't sent the boys the updated rankings right now, but Coach has taken the lead in our pick'em contest. I had a severe drop. Nick's kind of always been on the bottom tier, if we will.
Just like he is on the screen, he's on the bottom.
Yeah, so I had time to start chasing. I'm running out of time.
I had a rough week, and Coach took full advantage. So Coach, I believe, has the lead right now. I got to do the actual numbers, but from what I saw, Coach is leading. Nick, I'm going to lead off with you for Week 14. What we got? 405 game.
What about Lions and Cowboys?
No, because my team on my schedule, the Raiders are first all the time. So we're going Raiders and Broncos.
Okay.
I like it.
And you're laughing at me. That's good. That's a good start.
We don't blow teams out, but we also win. So I'm going to take the Broncos. I think the line is 7.5 or 8.5. Honestly, if I were betting it, I'd probably take the Raiders because we don't blow teams out. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, you haven't played the Raiders yet this year, so there you go.
Yeah, we did. We won 10-7 at home.
Right. Yes, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we just don't blow teams out. So
but that was we had Jacoby Myers then. Yeah,
that's true. No, they traded him right before that. I'm pretty sure
they did
that week. Yeah, I think they traded him that Monday or something. Anyway,
right, well, it's not going to be 10-7. There's no way. No, I think it will be a blowout. And I think that the Raiders are going to get their shit pushed in. Excuse my French. And I'm taking the Broncos. Coach.
Yeah, we don't need to spend any time on this Raiders or Broncos. I'm watching the Raiders win. Broncos. Yeah, I just had an aneurysm. Broncos.
Beautiful. Coach, I'm going to give you Thursday Night Football, Lions and Cowboys.
Lions really need to win this game. Jahmyr Gibbs has just been out of control.
Best running back in the league. Yeah, for sure.
Easily. Excuse me.
Yep. Nick.
Yeah, Lions. I like David Montgomery, but I really don't know why they play him so much. Jahmyr Gibbs is so good.
I think it's almost disrespectful that Jahmyr Gibbs will have like a 60-yard run, and then they'll give Montgomery the goal line TD. Like let Jahmyr Gibbs punch it in.
Nothing is as bad as Tyler Algier coming in for Bijan, though.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
That yeah, it's disrespectful, honestly. I'm also going to go Lions. I thought that they were going to beat the Packers, and the Packers sweeped them this year. So I think this is their time to punch back. So I'm going to go, even though I think the Cowboys defense has gotten a lot better, I'm going to go Lions.
A desperate Dan Campbell is not a man I want to bet against.
No, that's coach's second favorite coach in the league. Yeah.
Dan the man, bite kneecaps.
Bite kneecaps. I love him. I'm going to take Pittsburgh and Baltimore. This one is a little bit rough. The Ravens are not the Ravens we thought they were going to be heading into the season. Pittsburgh, shout out John Danaher. 6-6, they're doing their thing, but it's very inconsistent. I'm going to go Ravens. Coach.
I'm going to go with my fatherly figure, Mr. John Anthony, and go with the Steelers.
Beautiful. I'm sure he appreciates that.
The
judge. The commish.
I love that because I'm going to take the Ravens as well.
Taking the Ravens as well. There we go. Nick, you've got Buffalo and Cincinnati.
I'm going to pick the Bills. I think since he's interesting now, especially with Joe back, they should have T. Higgins back this week too. I think they can make it a game, but Josh Allen. Give me Josh at home.
I'm going to mimic Nick and just say Josh Allen. That's it.
I'm going to go Bengals.
Whoa, Coach!
Yeah,
wait, you haven't sent us your predictions.
I really
yet.
don't hate it.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
No, that's one I would not put a bet on. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Coach, you ready for this?
Yep. As are you, Judge.
Coach is a genius, according to John. All right, Coach, I'm going to give you. Wait, did you give? Oh, you took Cincy. Coach, you've got Seattle and Falcons. I don't think this is really a hard one.
Yeah, the Seahawks. I think we can all be in unison say at the same time. Seahawks.
Done. Nick, you've got Titans and Browns.
Oh, what a stinker.
Oh, your boy, Shedeur Sanders.
I think you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I know
you can go ahead and sign me up for the Browns, my friend.
With that impressive stat line, 150 yards, a pick, a touchdown. Yeah, he's generational. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, the one that's still 3 times better than Dylan Gabriel. Dylan sucks.
Valid still. Yeah. But did you see him and Judy jawing on the sideline?
Dylan or Shedeur?
No, Shedeur and Judy. They were
I didn't see it. Is it good?
Ooh, what? It is. I think at the end of it, Shedeur tells him to get out of his effing face. So you got to watch that. I'll send it to you after.
Jerry Judy thinks he's Calvin Johnson, and he's just not.
Yes.
No. He's talented, but he literally thinks he's like God's gift to wide receivers.
Yeah.
He's a frustrating guy.
He is. Greedy for seed.
I assume he's upset because Shedeur's not like force feeding him, but he's just not worth force feeding. But
no, he's a drop machine.
Yeah, we don't need to get started.
Right. So I am also going to take the Browns. Coach.
Browns.
All right. I've got Jags and Colts. Colts are kind of taking a slide right now, which I kind of thought was going to happen. I really didn't have a lot of faith in Daniel Jones. I'm still going to give them the advantage over the Jags. I'm going Colts. Coach.
I'm gonna go. I think Jonathan Taylor has a breakout, not a breakout game, but kind of gets him back online as far as that MVP talk goes, because he was, my eyes in the beginning of the season was the favorite. I'm gonna go Colts as well.
Nick.
Yeah, this one's a bit of an emotional hedge for me, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the Colts as well. I would love for them to lose, but I am gonna take them to win.
There you go. Nick, you got a tough one. Commanders and Vikings. 2 question marks at the quarterback position.
God, you give me Browns, Titans, and Commanders, Vikings, huh?
Hey, I like you. It's fun.
Give me the Commanders. I said from the beginning that J.J. McCarthy was my least favorite quarterback in that class.
You and I both.
Has been terrible.
Right. So I don't even know if he's going to come back this week.
I don't know. You can give me Marcus Mariota over either one of them. So give me the Commanders.
I'm going Commanders as well. Coach.
I'll switch it up. I'll go Vikings.
You better track this because I want this when you send us the
You're
predictions
insane.
later. All right. Coach, you're up for Dolphins and Jets.
Dolphins and Jets. A classic.
There's a lot of
rivalry game.
gross games this week.
Yeah, no kidding. Use that promo code SeatGeek, and you actually might get a seat for free, and they'll give you $10. I'm going to take. I think the Jets are kind of moving and grooving. I'm going to take the Jets.
Nick.
Jets, Jets.
I'm just gonna stay with the Dolphins. Devon Achane's so good.
I'm gonna go Dolphins as well. I'm
Okay,
gonna hope that Tua can hold it together, and
I need to go on an island here soon.
that's a really ugly game. Well, you already submitted your pick, so you can't change it.
I know that's the problem.
All right, so I gave myself a stupid one. Saints versus Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield for the win, no question. Bucks. All right. See, I gave myself a really tough one. Coach, the Bears versus Austin's Green Bay Packers.
Hey, money, baby. I'm gonna go with the Packers. Caleb's gonna get hit in the mouth and not know what to do, and the Packers are gonna get the win.
This one's tough.
All the credit to the Bears. They've been Ben Johnson. They've been rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
But I think the Packers get the win. They got the defense. I think is gonna mess with Caleb, and they're gonna win.
Nick, what do you got?
Bear down, baby.
Wow. You're riding that surf. Oh my goodness. I mean, I struggled with it too because I didn't think the Bears would be this good, and
I have not been impressed with the Packers.
They don't win. It's same as the Broncos. They don't blow anyone out. They're just consistently winning.
I do wish this game was in Chicago. That would really make me more confident.
Oh, it's at Lambeau?
Yeah, it's in Lambeau.
If anyone has never been there, it's worth it. Even if you're not a big Packers fan, that stadium is just absolutely electric. I'm going to go Packers. I'm not super confident in it, but I think they're going to.
There's my island.
There it is. All right, Nick, I'll give you another one. You've got, this one's not too tough. Rams and Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, Rams. But we don't even have to discuss it. They did
Rams.
blow it last week in Carolina.
They did.
Rams.
Yeah.
Rams.
Yep. I'm going Rams as well.
Strong.
I think that that Carolina game was kind of a fluke. I mean, Stafford doubled his. I was texting you guys. Stafford doubled his season-long picks in one game. I think he was just off his game that day.
Yeah, he just had an off game. But props to Bryce Young for being better.
Yep.
No, Bryce Young's been awesome.
Coach, you and I saw him. We were both taller than him. So
yeah. No, we're taller than him, but we were close.
We were right. We were right.
Yeah, we're 6 feet.
You at least weighed more than him, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Definitely. All right, Coach, back to you. Texans, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football. What up?
I'll never pick against my boys. I'm going to go Chiefs. It's going to be a close game. It's come down to a field goal. Harrison Butker will pull out his miracle Jesus foot, and we'll go with the Catholic Crusader.
Nick.
Let me tell you who does not have a Jesus miracle foot, and that is my friend Young Wei Koo, who decided to jam it into the turf.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
He had to have a bet on the game, right? Like, what? That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
that's
bad.
Never happened.
I would say the only thing worse than that this weekend was watching what is his name, Max Brosner or whatever, the Vikings.
Yeah, Brosner.
The pick six he threw.
Yeah, that was ugly. But a professional kicker doesn't just jam their foot into the ground like that.
Well, especially when you're on the fence of never being in the league anymore, and then that's what you do. Like the sideline was Jackson Dart lost his mind.
He should have, because he could have went out and given a better effort than that. Like that was one of the worst things I've ever seen in the NFL.
Yes. So who are you taking?
Who was the question? Oh, Texans. Give me the Texans.
Texans. Wow.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to check your picks and make sure you're being consistent.
I've got it on my lap right here. I'm watching it.
There you go. Oh, you're on it. Yep. Coach, I'm gonna roll with Chiefs Kingdom. I think you guys are gonna pull it out. The Texans defense is gonna be rough, but I think their offense can't match yours. I'm going Chiefs. Nick, I'm giving you the last game of the week, Monday Night Football, Eagles and Chargers.
Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm just not afraid of the Chargers, man.
Herbert, we don't know about Herbert's status either, so I'm gonna go Eagles.
Yeah, and that was the next part. Is Herbert might not even play. Yep. So
I'm going Eagles as well. My sons are Eagles fans, despite my influence. I'm gonna take it that way. And it's interesting because it's 2 8-4 teams, so we'll see how that goes. But we are, we're as the weeks continue, which is wild that it's week 14 already, but we're getting into a playoff contention time. So obviously my boys are already eliminated because they suck, but you guys still have a shot. So we'll ride there and we'll see what happens. Coach, do you have a award for the week?
The Charlie Kirk Award of Excellence.
Odell Beckham for selling his Super Bowl cleats and being broke.
Let's do that.
Well, he only made $100 million, dude.
I can't have generational wealth off $100 million. Give any of the three of us $5 million. Our families are set for the rest of their lives.
Fine.
Yes. No kidding. Who would honestly, I got to give the Charlie Kirk Award of Excellence to Drake May, man. He's been my guy since he came in. I was like, man, this dude's gonna be special. I said it. Didn't have a great rookie season, but he has got it done, and those Patriots are looking like the old Patriots of old. So I'll give it to Drake May. Props to him. Athletic family, North Carolina royalty, and props to Drake.
And we'll talk about this in the offseason, but obviously I had Jaden Daniels ranked as my number one QB. But skill-wise, I would still put him up there. But the main fear was that he was too fragile and he was going to get hurt and whomped, and that's what's happening. So durability
which it looked like the first year. He was like,
he was on point.
It looked like he was fine, but
he can't handle the hits. So I think if we had to move the rankings up, it would still be Caleb Williams at 1 and then Drake May at 2. And
Drake May's at 1. He's better than Caleb. We got time.
We have lots of time to get into that.
Drake May's better than Caleb Williams.
All right. Well, we have time to debate that, but
I can't believe you guys are forgetting the number 1.
Who?
Crazy.
What do you mean?
Bo Nix.
Drake May is better than Bo Nix. We'll talk about that later. I got
knock it off.
Knock it. Signing off from Raiding the Kingdom. Drake May's number 1 supporter.
Yeah, he's not. But thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see if we can get back next week. Thank you for sticking with us, and we'll see you later.
See you, gentlemen.
See you, gentlemen.